When you own the inside, no one can touch you on the outside. In other words, your self-image, your self-concept, the view of yourself, how you think, feel, and identify within yourself is the most powerful thing that you can focus on if you want to change your life. Maybe there's been times in your life where you've known someone who, it doesn't matter how many compliments they get about a particular thing. Maybe there's a very beautiful or gorgeous person and they always get compliments. But if they see themselves inside to be unattractive, to be unworthy, to be unlovable, and all of these kinds of things, and their self-image and their self-concept is one that doesn't align with what people are saying, it literally doesn't matter how many people say it, how many times it's been said. If that person will identify with their current self-concept, it's not going to change. And as a result, this will be reflective in how they feel, how they think, and how they act in the world. So if you really want to change any aspect of yourself or your life, it's your self-concept that you need to change. And the benefits of changing your self-concept to become the type of person who is capable of achieving the things that you want is that many of the goals that you want and the habits you're trying to change will actually become more effortless when you do this. I can relate to this on my fitness journey. There was one day in the past when I decided to partake in a fitness competition. And in the moment that I decided to do that, it was easy, and I mean easy, for me to make decisions that enabled me to pursue that and to be in alignment with my self-concept and to the vision and the goals I wanted. For example, in social situations, when I'd go out with my friends and they're drinking beer and they're having burgers and fries and all of these kinds of enjoyable foods and experiences, my decision had already been made up because my identity was already present and I had a goal that I was working towards. So actually in those moments, it wasn't even difficult for me to say no to the beers or the extra foods. It was easy for me to get up and do the extra cardio. It was easy for me to go to the gym. It was easy for me to go to bed on time and all of the things I needed to do. And the reason was because my self-concept, my identity was in alignment with what I wanted. And so if you are finding yourself struggling towards achieving certain goals, or maybe you have certain challenges in your life, it's going to be around the self-image and the self-concept. So you might be thinking, well, how do I change that, Paul? Really, Bob Proctor taught me this, and it comes from the power of repetition. The first step is awareness. You need to be aware of where you're currently at. Be honest with yourself. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't go too extreme with it, but just be honest. Where are you currently at? And then identify the gap. Where is it that you're looking to get to in your life? Who is the person that you want to become? Once you have this clarity, you can then start looking at your daily habits, the daily conversations you have in your head. What thoughts do you tend to have about certain things? For example, when it comes to finances, many people have limiting beliefs around money. Maybe you're going out spending money on things and the voices in your head are saying, oh, this is kind of expensive. I shouldn't be buying this. I shouldn't be doing that. These are the kinds of things you want to be aware of. And then if your goal is to create more finances in your life, think about the self-concept of a person who would have that life you want. What you can do is you can write a list of people that you look up to, people that you're trying to not necessarily become, but you feel inspired by, and think about their habits, their actions, their thought processes, and start to adopt some of them. The same applies for different areas of life. If it's your health, if it's your relationships, and start to create this new image of the type of person you want to become. One thing I did in the past with relationships is I wrote down in a circle, and again, Bob Proctor taught me this one, so thank you, forever grateful for that man. I wrote down in the circle my ideal partner, and I drew all these lines off it, identifying what it is I want in my ideal partner. And then the next question I asked myself is, am I embodying all of these myself? And there was ones on there that I wasn't, and that was an opportunity for me to change my self-concept. And funnily enough, a few months go by and I meet my ideal partner and I'm happy in a relationship. So this idea of getting clear in your mind, crystal clear on the type of person you want to become, looking for ways to align that, and looking at your limiting beliefs, looking at that language you use every day, what is holding you back? For example, let's say you want to change your health and fitness, but maybe right now, let's say you're a little bit overweight, or you haven't been to the gym in a while, or you just don't consider yourself to be an active person. That's totally fine. If you're looking to change how you see yourself, it's going to start with the thoughts, the feelings, the actions, and then the results are going to show up. So you need to become that person within. So think about the type of person you want to become. So fit, healthy, active. What kinds of thoughts would you have? What kinds of habits would you have? What kinds of foods would you eat? What time would you go to bed? How often would you exercise? These kinds of things. And then you want to start to look for evidence in your day to day. So you can do this by proving it with your actions, but some of the limiting beliefs you have around that, just challenge them. Write down the polar opposite. I've created a free affirmation prompt sheet that you can download, which will help you get some more empowering affirmations so that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And I also have a bunch of tutorials free that you can watch on how to make your own audio affirmations, which is basically going to be one of the steps to do this. Because if you think about it, as you've grown up, as you've gone through life, as you've had experiences or setbacks or challenges, you've been building up a self-concept in your mind from what other people have told you from a young age. Maybe you failed in school. Maybe you got rejected by someone. Maybe you got picked last for the sports team in school. Whatever that thing is, there's a bunch of them probably, and that's created and influenced your self-concept. So once you can identify them, we can start to look at, okay, what do I need to do? What do I want to change? Who do I need to become? Who do I want to become in order to live the dream life that I'm trying to achieve? And your self-concept is very powerful, and it teaches you a lot of lessons as well. Because there'll also be times in your life when someone might do something to you or say something to you, and it hits that spot where you feel slightly triggered. Now, rather than react, it might be worth taking time to just sit back, take a deep breath, relax. I'm not telling you to chill out, but relax, think about it, and be curious. What is this revealing? Where do I feel not free in my life? A quote that I really love from Peter Crone, who I consider one of my greatest mentors of recent times, is life will provide you with people and circumstances to reveal to you where you are not free. So anytime you feel triggered by something, it's an opportunity for you to look at, where do I not feel free in my life? But the powerful thing is when you can get past that moment and you can look forward and you can start changing and shifting your self-concept, you start recognizing that you are within your own power. You have lots of power within yourself. That self-confidence is going to increase. Your mindset is going to become stronger, and you're going to feel more capable of attacking life and approaching things in your life to achieve the things that you want. So self-concept starts with awareness, identifying where you're at. Be honest with yourself. Look at who you want to become. Write down all of the key traits, characteristics, personality types, behaviors, habits, all of these things. Start to look for evidence and act in a way that proves this to be true for you. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Have a great day. Peace.